Blinking X, Seamus Conneely. 987 days without a goal, and you score an equaliser in an FA Cup first round tie. You must be delighted for the team, but there must be a little bit of being happy for finally having me not asking you about it.
Yeah, it's a relief. I mean, I'm conscious about it. Jimmy gets onto the midfielders an awful lot about we need to chip in more. We can't be relying on the strikers, the attacking players in the team if we want to be successful. The likes of me, Ben, Dan, Liam Coyle, we need to be chipping in more in open play and from set pieces as well. So yeah, I was delighted to score after, what was it, 987 days. Break my duck after 987 days. I was delighted.
Was it premeditated?
It was. Yeah, there was a stoppage in play. I'd noticed it a couple of times when I came on, that I thought I could make a run to the near post. There was a stoppage in play, and I just said to Jack, next corner, just put it in that near post. I meant for a header, so I think he's mishit it, but yeah, I caught it on a half volley, and then I think it hit someone on the way, and I was just conscious it wasn't Sean Worley because I thought he might have claimed it, so I had to double check with him as we were celebrating, but he said no, it wasn't him. So my goal.
You're first in the FA Cup as well, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's another thing. I mean, be able to tell my boys that I scored in the FA Cup. They were here as well today. That's the first one they've seen me score for obvious reasons. So yeah, great day all round.
Does that make it more special then? The fact that we can sort of smile about it, but you know, your kids are old enough to be conscious and know what's going on now.
Yeah, it's a massive thing for me, and I think the older it gets, winning games, scoring a goal, they mean more, because I know that it's not going to go on forever. I'd like it to go on for a little while longer. I think it can, but I know it's not going to go on forever. So I think the older you get, the more it means.
Was that a tough watch in the first half from the subs bench?
It was, yeah. I mean, we weren't at it. I thought Doncaster were very good. I thought they were very good. I thought we were off it. I want to say a little bit, maybe a bit more than that. But I thought they really punished us. I thought their work rate up top, especially, and their midfield runners really caused us problems. They were physical. They won a lot of headers. And that's what the manager and Jimmy and John got into us at half-time about. We need to be more physical, win more headers. And I think if you watch the second half, we won more challenges. And as a result, we played more of the game in their half and scored 2 goals.
Your goalkeeper was on top form, perhaps unlike everybody else for 90 minutes. Yeah. He was right in it. How big an impression has John McCracken made on this team, given that he's here 7 days at a time? He's
been excellent. I was taken aback with how confident he is to play out from the back in his very first game. It might have been Forest Green at home, maybe Stockport at home. I was just watching it anyway, and how he liked to play out from the back, how he seemed to choose the right option time and time again. And then he's made 2 point-blank saves in the first half that have kept us in it. I mean, it would have been 3-0 down at half-time if it wasn't for that, and that would have been tie over. We'd have been out of the cup. So it's what you ask your keeper to do, but he's pulled off 2 great saves, kept us in it, and thankfully we've performed better in the second half.
It was a proper cup tie in that second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere as well. Our fans were brilliant all game. Didn't stop singing. They've come out in their numbers today, and for us to score 2 goals in that end was very special. But yeah, it was a nice game to play. And I often feel quite edgy. I think in league games, I think in the cup you just feel a little bit more freedom, because you say cup ties are end to end and. Winner takes all. In the end, it's going to go down to a replay at the WAM Stadium in 10 days or so.
Yeah, you get to have another go, of course, in that replay. I think replays are an endangered species, and we might not have too many more of them in the future. How much do you embrace that second opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have learned things today. They'll have learned things from the way that we played, and I know we're going to play them again in the league not long after we play them in the replay. So, a game under the lights at the WAM Stadium with a second round in the FA Cup. I think we'll know who we're going to get when we play the replay, so that'll add a bit more spice to it. So we're looking forward to it. Crawley before that next Saturday, though.
And you mentioned your kids before. Do you think to their generation the FA Cup is still going to be as exciting, as captivating as it was for us growing up? I
hope so. I think it will be for fans of lower league teams and teams that are in non-league. I think it's everything to them. I think you saw Barnsley's game last night, the following that their opponents had. It's fantastic. These days out few and far between. You can make memories that will last a lifetime, and that can be a lifeline for a club. You have a cup run, can really boost you for seasons after season. So the FA Cup will always be special.
And that's now 13 Accrington goals without defeat. I know all of your goals have been without losing a game. Has that been mentioned in the changing room?
No, just John Coleman, 968 days. He told me, I wasn't aware of it, but he came in. That was the first thing he said. So, so I'm glad to get rid of that one anyway.